Okay, so I'm over here in the Weekend Peninsula, and I think it would be a good idea for me to take out some of the catacombs in the area. So let's see, there's a storm for catacombs here in Windgrave. Might as well clear that out. Honestly, there's nothing there of any real value except for the drops from the gargoyle enemies. Might as well clear these guys out, see if I don't get anything good for them. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Maybe it would have been a good idea for me to use an item that increases my discovery chance. So to reach this catacomb, it's pretty easy. Just there we go. I think because it was moving slightly, my attacks like missed completely. Anyway, these are great dragonflies. Killing them adds to a pretty good chance of getting their head, which you can use to make medicine. Honestly, the Stormfell Catacombs doesn't really have anything useful, it just has a useless Summon Ash and a Prattling Plate. Honestly, you know what, I'll go through that place dead last, because honestly, there's nothing in there that's of value, to be honest. The only things of value there can be acquired in other catacombs, mainly the items that you get. And by items, I'm talking about the drops from the enemies. The golems in that catacomb, in those catacombs can drop their equipment, but you can get them from other variants. Anyway, just want to show this here. You can very easily drop down this way and just sprint across catacombs, or sprint across through the catacombs, I should say, which are right here. Thankfully, there are no skeletons in here, so Sacred Blade isn't as necessary as other items. So, what's important is that you just have the good weapon to beat the enemies with. Okay, nothing from him. It's fine. If I can't hit this guy above, but I can, wow. Didn't even know that was possible. Wow, only look at the red mane hit in a surprisingly wide arc. Oh. While I have it, I should equip the... I was just gonna say, did I not buy it? But no, I do have the lantern. So... let's use it. Good thing about the lantern, it allows you to see without having a torch out. Not as bright as the torch, but it works. There's more imps around here. Perfect. And they killed me. Oh well. These bastards end up killing you. It's not the end of the world. Just try to get back to where your runes are and reacquire them without dying. Easier said than done, all things considered, but hey. That's life. Betrays in the Knight's Greatsword here. I got it from one of the Godric Knights. That one there saw me. Hope he doesn't notice while he beats the crap out of his compatriot. Hard counters for the win. Okay, this guy dropped something. Smithing stone. Fine. Would have rather one of the special items, but hey, smithing stones are good too. let's try using the Cuckoo Glintstone against one of these guys. So you just throw it. Sends out these little bursts of Glintstone. Those, there are some flamethrower traps in these dungeons, and those can be used. These surprisingly good effect to take out these enemies. Somewhere in the labyrinth, the heavy door is open. Okay, I was worried that I pressed the switch. Another fun item to use would be the large Glintstone scraps. Come on. Might as well show this. There are two types of great sword movesets, one where you just slam the weapon down and one where you spin the weapon to attack. This one has the spin variant. That's made popular by some weapons in Dark Souls 3, like the Mirror Greatsword, also known as the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. Those glove worts are pretty common to find here. Let's see, a weapon with bleed is actually pretty useful here. I don't have any blood grease, so let's make some. And equip it. The boss in this area is very weak to bleed. Any weapon that has native bleed buildup will just completely wreck this guy. Especially since if you bleed him, that will be a guaranteed kill. Especially if you manage to break his guard in the process. And he's dead. In vanilla, well, when I say vanilla, in patch 1.0 of Elden Ring, that guy would have dropped his hammer as a weapon, as a guaranteed drop. But now instead he drops the ashes of a vanished knight, which if you ask me, I think is the better reward. Okay, that time these guys didn't drop anything, which is fine. Might as well go and help Blythe out. His his quest involves killing a boss and getting a pretty powerful weapon. So let's go and get that weapon. Oh, whoops. We need to go this way. Okay, so I want to go further up. Over by these birds, I believe, where I want to go. Unless it's further up, probably further up. What does this guy say? Sapling of sweet sapling of glorious gold. Has your crystal tear ripened? Ah, so the crystal tears that we find are fruit of the Earth Tree? It's a little strange. Oh, whatever, there are multiple ways to get down. Like spelunking down these giant tombstones. These bears are very weak to bully damage. The Uchukatana spreads. Even though things get flesh and bone off them. I definitely miss the Spirit Spring, though. Ironically, the normal grizzly bears, although a massive threat in real life, aren't all that threatening in this game. It's like around here, I believe, but whatever. Let's go and get that weapon. Well, not weapon, but let's go and talk to that NPC. Mistwood Ruins. Let's make some of these. I have plenty of Rina's lilies. So if we're dealing with a room bear, my advice is to just knock him out. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Got some good damage in, and then knock him out using the Sweet Burn. Okay, he's asleep. While asleep, you can just wail on him. Breaking his guard also helps. Seriously, Unsheathed heavy attack is broken when it comes to guard breaking. Heavy beast bone, beast blood, flesh, and excrement. I just got every part of that bear's digestive system. Well, let's do the finger snap gesture. Okay, something jumped down. Ah, here is that someone.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe.
The hell is that over there?
I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward.
Okay.
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Okay. That's a bone. More specifically, a skull. Okay. I don't think I got the item that's over there, considering the fact that I didn't get the Erd tree. There's a weapon that has the sleep effect too. Two of them to be exact. One of them is a torch and one of them is a sword. Sword is can be found pretty early. You just have to go to the starting section of Caelid. Got those demi-humans? No, I did not get those. Oh, here's a minor Erd tree. You can typically find crystal tears here, as that ghost mentioned. Other good piece of, or other excellent piece of loot here are the tarnished flowers. There's also a river well here. I'm just gonna go down it and actually I'll hold off. I'll just discover it, but I'm not actually going to enter. Gate's already opened. Shifra River Well. Yeah, even though it looks like it's pronounced Siofra, it's actually pronounced Shifra. I think it's Gaelic. Anyway. Let's see. Real Gale entrance. Might as well make my way over to the, why am I stumbling on that word? To a small community in Caelid. It's called the Rotview Balcony. Strangely enough, there seems to be a very harsh delineation between where the Scarlet Rot is and where it isn't. I find odd, but also fascinating. It's like, how did that happen? I'm gonna keep the beast repellent torch on because there are some dogs here. Some of them cause Scarlet Rot damage. That one there that has the like patches of exposed muscle. That one causes a negative status ailment, Scarlet Rot. You don't want to get it. Got the lightning grease, it's pretty useful. And I think these smoldering walls are the secret as to how the Scarlet Rot was so relatively well contained. Since after all, if something is putrid, the easiest way to clean it is to burn it off. There's some butterfly. Here are some corpses that have Scarlet Rot. They're very weak to bleed buildup, so even an unupgraded Uchikatana can make quick work of them. No idea if these flesh enemies cause rot buildup, but these guys do. Why did that do so little damage? Anyway. Okay, finally that blob is dead. Didn't even drop anything relatively useful, he just dropped glass. And yeah, the glass isn't even useful for anything, it's literally just this game's equivalent of the rubbish item from Dark Souls. It's literal garbage that's not useful for anything at all. Shack of the Rotting. Preserving boluses are pretty useful, they help your Scarlet Rot buildup. There's some ruins closer here you can pick up. That's over by the, That's pretty damn close to the Dragon Barrow. Ignore these things. One thing you don't want to ignore, though, is this. Okay. The dogs will ignore you if you have the Beast Repellent Torch on, so that's useful. And that thing dropped an incantation called Whirl of Flame. And here's Great Sword. Another Colossal Sword. Okay, I still have sleep burns when you use them. Okay, it worked. Let's leave before the ambient fauna tries to kill me. Thankfully the dog doesn't seem to care. As long as you have the Beast Repellent Torch on. The birds aren't bestial enemies, so it doesn't work on them. Hey, Runar. Are you fucking serious? Oh, explosive bolts, okay. There's a weapon in the ruins that the Rocky Balcony overlooked that has a pretty good item in it. Bouldering Wall is right here, so yeah, this is basically just the main path to get over to Caelid. You could double back around from the Smoldering Wall, too. There's really no wrong way of navigating through this place. So the coastal cave here. Actually, I should probably wait until after I get a certain side quest. Yeah, even though they look like werewolves, the demi-humans aren't bestial enemies, so this will, so the torch won't have any effect on them. It'll just make it easier to see your surroundings. And there we go. Master Shack with Sniper and all. There is a boss I can try to face off against. First, I should probably go through the tunnel. Hammer is your best friend when it comes to going through the tunnels because there are those minor enemies that use weapons made of, or rather, whose bodies are made of rock, so Using something that can build up blunt force trauma is very useful against them. Ah, there it is. Are we able to survive this drop? Yes. Very good. Very good indeed. And the tunnel is right by here. The tunnels here are basically mine shafts that have very good wealth of upgrade materials in it. Another weapon that's surprisingly good here is the torch, because it deals fire damage and blunt damage. And oh hey, the lights compound. Might as well activate a foul foot here. Just see if I can't get anything useful. And these tunnels are filled to the brim with upgrade materials. See that? The torch makes quick work of these miners. So does a hammer. Blarb. And I got another smithing stone off of it. The rats are bestial enemies, so they'll just ignore you. Use that to your advantage. You can climb down the shaft instead of taking the elevator, but you need to take the elevator in order to beat the dungeon. Dog here. And some glintstone. Very nice. Okay, smithing stone, another dog. More smithing stones, always good. And the secret to leaving this mine and beating the enemy and beating the boss at the end of it is by taking this elevator up. Part of the way up, you'll see another shaft that you can roll off of. Oh wait. Facing this way. Yeah, it was facing the upper path. There it is. So I decided to equip the explosive stone clump just to show something cool about the mine enemies. So you see how that miner there has what looks like clumps of coal? You hit him with an explosive stone clump, they'll pulls out his back will ignite and he'll explode. More glowstone, always useful. And as you can see, those rocks explode. You can also throw them in small clusters. Oh. Sacred Blade dealt just enough damage to kill him. And there we have an explosive stone. Sucks that you can't make them. But hey, at least you can make fire bombs with the same effect. Off the boss here, I want to try using a different weapon, so let me try out the pickaxe. It is a great hammer after all, even though it has a moveset of a great axe. Rune. Somber smithing stone, always useful. More stones. Probably put on some armor that has some good defense on it. For that you can't go much better than the starting armor. So this is a Stone Digger Troll. The pickaxe's high poise damage really makes this a joke. You can chain break his poise with it. That's all she wrote. Go from this guy, you get the War Medallion. Okay. Let me see if I can upgrade a weapon.
Wait. Well, you're back.
We could talk to him about Blythe now that we've met up with Man. Are there any repeat pieces of equipment I wouldn't mind selling? Not really. Well, the hammer, or rather the club. I don't understand why the aristocrat's armor sells so poorly, but whatever. Anyway, Logic is slightly more strike, this one is slightly more slash. A bit more lightning and holy, and a bit less. Well, they have the same amount of magic defense, so I'm not losing out on anything by selling it.
Then you met Blythe, did you? Wonderful. I'm glad I pointed you in his direction. He's boorish, blunt, and couldn't find his nose with both hands. But he's a good egg. I think the two of you are sure to find the best in one another.
That's sweet.
Bye for now.
Might as well strengthen a weapon here. Lord's Greatsword could actually work out pretty well with its high critical modifier. And it's not like I'm ever gonna run low on smithing stones. In Liurnia, you can actually kill a boss in one of the tunnels, and that one will get you a...
Hello.
Here to learn.
That, and the boss in that tunnel will get you, will net you a,
Well,
will net you an item that allows you to purchase any amount of, upgrade materials, at the very least any amount of Somber Smithing Stone 1 and Somber Smithing Stone 2. So it's useful for that purpose. Go to Ashes of War, make this fire, put Flame of the Remains on it. Bernal is still here, so now I just need to rest up. Okay, he's vanished, and now this Bell-Bearing Hunter is in his place. Marvelous. So with the Bell-Bearing Hunter, Flame of the Remains makes this boss fight significantly easier than it otherwise would be. Because you can do that. And just break his guard. And he killed me. Of course he did. And he decided to 180 that attack he has and did absolutely nothing with it. Fair enough. Maybe my luck would be better if I had a shield on. Increases charge attacks for a time when mixed in Wondrous Physic. I mean, okay. Increase stamina and recovery speed. Not really gonna help. Let's pass time until nightfall. I'm gonna get my runes. A little phantasmal sapling of the Erd Tree, that's nice. That's a nice touch. Showing how the Elden Ring fused with the Erd Tree. Seriously, I didn't even break his guard that time. Another decent weapon with a good Ash of War would be the Claymore with Lion's Claw. Wow, I can get 23 levels with this. How disgusting. Not gonna use it just yet. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Of course, I with that. Didn't whip at that time. Okay, pop Foul Foot to get some extra runes. From this guy you got the Bone Peddler's Bell Bearing. That comes in handy if you want to make a shit ton of arrows and bolts. While I'm here, there's a knight with an Ash of War that I can pick up. As long as I have this out, the wolves won't come after me, so that'll help. I mean, they'll still pop up, they just won't attack. I don't know why the Lordsworn Greatsword is a good early weapon, provided you have the proper stats to use it. Golden butterflies are always a good find. So yeah, the enemy with the Ash of War is a Dodger Knight over here. He gets you the Ash of... From him you can get the Ash of War, the Suscane's equivalent of Sacred Oath, called Golden Vow. Oh, and I also got another Partisan from him. Nice. Golden Vow, there are two versions of Golden Vow. One that's a spell, and one that's an Ash of War. The spell is honestly the better of the two. But the Ash of War is still good for the early game. It gives you a slight increase to your attack power in defense. Not as much as if you were to use the incantation, but it still works. Anyway, I'm gonna go get that weapon that you can get from helping Blythe out. Well, here's some demi-humans fighting Godric Knights. Let's just see if I can't get another Lordsworn Greatsword from any of these guys. Bolts, okay. Another brass shield, that's fine. Oh, now then. What you want to do is go around the forest here, and you should find some more demi-humans. Near them is an enemy with a great hammer. Well, a body with a great hammer. Oh, I have no idea why you can only acquire string by farming it off the demi-humans. Should be able to craft it. Like, you can extract cotton from the roa fruits by burning it. That's a recipe that you can find. And yet, you're telling me that I can't make string by weaving said cotton into a cord? That just doesn't make sense. What the hell? Oh, that's why the mover attack. That other demi-human was blocking me. Okay. Here's the large club. It's a large club. Giant-ass piece of wood that you can smack shit with. Pretty useful. If for nothing else than for smacking shit. Okay, now... Is this where I want to go? Yes, it is. So, yeah, there's a boss here in the Sever Jail. You can actually get someone to help you out in the fight. showing that someone is Blythe. This is Darwill. Well, this is Blythe, but in that purple haze there is Darwill, the Bloodhound Knight. Very fast, very evasive. Pretty damn powerful on top of it.
Darrow, rotting in a cell is no true justice. No.
That attack he did
This is
there
where
is the
it
Bloodhound's
ends.
finesse. Thankfully, Blythe is very good in this fight. He basically solo the boss. Anyway, let's just activate this. Darwill has died, and from him you get the Bloodhound's Fang. A very powerful weapon that really should be in the mid-game. And not right here in One Grave. So Blythe is over here.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
Gives us a Somber Smithing Stone too.
Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Rea Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted.
Fair enough. Anyway, once he says that's enough chit-chat, here's no more dialogue. From him for now, anyway. He can be found later on. Now that I have those preserving boluses, I could put them to decent use to get a weapon, and I also have the weapon that gives me some pretty good, gives me the quick step ability, so I think now would be a golden opportunity for me to go and get a charm that is very good for farming from an enemy here. Okay, you want to go this way over towards the ravine. The dagger's quick step is invaluable here. If you weren't able to find the dagger, then finishing Kenneth Height's quest can get you the can get you a dagger that has like an Erd tree engraving on it, and it's actually pretty good for its quick step ability. There's also a hand axe that you can get that also has quick step built in it. Might as well show where that is. Just gonna activate the brace for this cave first, just so that I don't have to do any of that hardcore parkour again. So from Fort Height, just go north in the general direction of that Erd tree. And you'll find a merchant who is another type of merchant that you can find. Not a calm one like Kale or the one in the Weeping Peninsula, or a paranoid one. This one is just a one's a starving merchant. Might as well harvest as many runes as I can from this graveside. Here we go. Near here is a merchant that has a hatchet. The hatchet is a pretty good weapon in its own right. It's small hand axe from the Dark Souls games, except in except its weapon art was changed for the better in my opinion. Warcry, it has been swapped out in favor of Quickstep as its default ability, which I personally prefer.
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way. Welcome, valued customer. Please, buy something. I'm hungry.
Poor guy's desperate, I might as well buy something. He sells Trina's lilies. Sells some upgrade materials, some shields. The hand axe is what I'm really looking for. Might as well get these. Sells Trina's arrows. Might as well buy all of them. Those cause sleep buildup if you hit the enemy with them enough times. And a riveted wooden shield is a wooden shield. Not all that interested in it. You have the scripture shield. It's basically the same thing as that. Actually, before I do anything, let's go to the Church of Eli and let me get an item that'll help. Unless I already got the item in question. Oh, I already did. Never mind. I'm just stupid. Okay. So, let's put on some summons that should come in a lot of handy for that area. We'll go with the wolves and the militia, the skeletal militia. Honestly, I think the skeletons are going to be the more useful of the two. So, thing about the abandoned cave, it is filled to the brim with scarlet rock. Let's pop a preserving bullets to your scarlet rock buildup. Heal. Going to go to the great sword for right now. Oh. A lot of pieces of shrapnel here for some reason. More importantly, there's a convert of rot here. Serpent bow, very nice. The rot festers, how wonderful. Wings of Red Mains is going to be very useful here, along with the Beast Repellent Torch. Because there are rats all over the place, and fire is useful for killing these putrid enemies, including the boss of this area. Okay. Ignore the Miranda flowers here. Ignore everything. Let's try to run up here. Prioritize taking those things out first, and now make our way over to here. Don't have enough FP to do any of the summoning. So let's do that. Okay, so for this fight, I'm gonna probably stick to using the Skeletal Militia. There are two Queen Rot Knights here. One who uses a spear, and one who uses a sickle. Okay. Having to deal with both Queen Rot Knights are very annoying, but thankfully the game's AI isn't very smart when it comes to when it came to fighting multiple enemies at once. Okay, not the end of the world. Could try seeing how well glintstone works on these bastards. And the Clean Rot Knights are weak to fire. So... using this is a pretty good idea. Okay. There we go. One strategy you can also do is just wait for the rot to dissipate before it builds up completely, which is a viable strategy. Okay. Put on some lighter armor, and now we can have a shield out. Excellent. Damn it. Venomancer hit me there. Not what these things are really called, they're endurance of rot, but they use poison magic. So calling them the Venomancer isn't really all that off, all things considered. Okay. Not gonna be needing that. Foreseeable for the foreseeable future. Okay, I can still use my summon, so that's good. Let's pop the flask. Try something the wolves this time. Okay. While the wolves are dealing with the Spear Knight, I'll deal with this girl. Wow, the wolves are surprisingly fucking useful against these guys. Shit. At least I got my runes back. At least I got my runes back. Okay, never mind, the skeletons were better. Just need to focus on powering down one of the knights before going after the other one. I can do this. Get out of the way of that attack before it hits me. If those rot explosions hit you, they'll basically do a shit ton of physical damage and kill you. You don't want that. Okay, always ignore the rats. This is why I'm not handy going here. At the very least, not when they're active, but very real threat. I managed to avoid both of those toxic blobs coming after me, so that's good. Okay. Thankfully, the Clean Rot Knights are not very intelligent, so... while they go after one, the other skeleton will eventually resuscitate after a while. That's a good thing about the skeletons. If you're good at spacing, they can just solo whatever comes your way. Skeleton is down though. Okay. Okay. And I just got ganked. Probably putting some more points into my 2, 3, and 3. That's a good even split. Need to get away from that rod explosion. Good. Serpent arrows. I forgot that's a drop these guys have. Nice. I still don't have the proper stats needed to use the Bloodhound's Fang. At the very least not with this setup. Going to ignore the rats. No. Some skeletons again. Red Knight are very weak to fire. Use that to your advantage. Go. Okay, there's one down, finally. When it comes to the auto attack that they use with their scythe, that halo attack, just dodge around it, or try to dodge around it at least. You don't want to be face tanking that. Oh, wonderful. Bitch just passed out with rock buildup. Speaking of bitch, Bill can just slam it kill. Great. Pop this. Right, so good probability of drop, or rather not probability, but they will drop a decent amount of runes upon being killed. Along with the fact that you get a very good trinket from them. The gold scarab chunk. It increases the amount of runes you get off of enemy drops. And it's percentage based, so it's quite good. For farming, that is. Let's show the location of the Radagon Soar Seal while I'm here. Except I won't. Not yet, anyway. Could finish up my farming loop in Caelid. So to do that, go to the Agio Lake South. Oh right, I need to change the Ash of War. There we go. Just hop on Torrent's back and run like your ass is on fire to those ruins. That's just so annoying. You're guaranteed to get either white flesh, crab eggs, or both off these things. You're kidding me. How did that miss? Okay, sometimes my controller gets like a constant, persistent, low rumble, even when nothing is going on in the games. I just unplugged it to reset it. Okay. Okay, well, here's a funny thing about these crabs. They can actually attack each other and other enemies. There's like no friendly fire. I mean, there's like complete friendly fire here with these things. Like, my god, he just wrecked that guy. My god. Okay, crab eggs. Those are actually used to make stanching boluses, which cure bleed buildup. I have no idea how. Maybe all the iodine in them match the flagwood. Okay, got some more eggs. Let's switch this out for the torch. Because in the Dragonburnt Ruins there are some dogs there. And rats. Those stone sword key, very nice. I believe over here is where I want to go. Yes. I can get in there. There we go. So here's the hidden basement of this ruin. This ruin have two basements in them. One has a legitimate treasure and one is a trap. Here's the treasure. The trap is in a different area. Let me see if I can't farm the imps in the catacombs for their helmet. There's also a silver scarab with the same effect as the silver probably. It's just not found until disturbingly late in the game. Living stone, okay. Look on an actual shield. Oh, wonderful. It killed me. I forgot that the darts go in the opposite direction. Of course. Okay, nothing. Get that guy's attention. Okay, that one's dead, and it looks like he dropped a shiny. Probably the shiny that I'm thinking of. Or attach it. Not exactly the shiny that I was thinking of, but it's a small hand axe that deals bully damage. Might as well remove the preserving boluses since I don't need them anymore. A little bit of chip damage there because of the fire, but it's fine. Alright. Magic would be pretty good here. Okay, dead. And dead. Okay, nothing off these guys. Oh well. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. It might be a good idea to call off the stream in a bit. Not right now, though. First, I might as well start box quest. First, when we go to the Bestial Sanctum and give Garank those, that death root. Upon giving him 2 death roots, he gives you a, spell.
Feed me more. Death.
Okay. And with that, I get Bestial Sling. Another decent choice for a dagger would be one that's down here in the bottom of these ruins. Get the rune increase, I need more dexterity. I am going to pop a silver foul foot here just to see if I can't get the just see if I can't get a good item from some of the enemies here. There are a ton of bats down here and they can drop oh wait, it's further down that I want to go, is it? Where is it that I want to go? Ah, that's where I want to go. Okay. So the secret to spelunking through this area is to just try to edge out the location of tree branches. Be careful because if you land at the tree branch at a weird angle, you will likely slip and die. Rapid's crossbow is pretty good. Kind of strange that you can't shoot at this while having a shield up. That makes sense for a crossbow if you ask me, because you have one hand that's occupied and one hand that's free. Walk up here. Walk up here. Okay, good. I actually stuck the fall this time. And drop off here onto this minaret. Now for this, I recommend jumping on top of Torrent, because you can actually quick jump off these platforms. Good. And yeah, there are tons of bats here. It's pretty susceptible to Flame of the Red Mains and also to Graviton. If you can get an item to drop off these guys, it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty high level rune for this point in the game. Managed to break his guard there. Now I want to get on Torrent's back and jump over to this little minaret or ziggurat or whatever it is. Secret to this is just to do a nice bit of quick jumps to ensure that you don't slip and fall to your death. And I think down here is where the item is. Don't think there's anywhere further down that I can go. Yes. This is in fact where it is. On this body here, you get this Inketia. It boosts bestial incantations by the same amount as the Walmart seal, actually. Kind of blows that there's no weapon for sorceries, but I mean, hey, if that were the case, sorceries would be even more broken. And the good thing about this Inketia is that it has Quick Step built in it as an ability. Can't be changed though, unlike the dagger, and sadly it doesn't have any critical modifiers. Would have been nice if they gave this like 110 crit modifier, like some of the other daggers that aren't explicitly designed for critical hits. But whatever. Well, for now I could go through Castle Morn. That would actually be pretty easy with my current setup. I think what else would be better if I go through the Morn tunnel first. I'm just gonna finish that up. There are some ruins here that are populated by demi-humans. Just ignore them for right now and go this way over to the Miranda flowers in the area. Just ignore them. If they're gonna try to holy hand grenade you, don't even worry about it. Just run past until you reach the morning tunnels. You can get another crap ton of Smithing Stone 1 and Smithing Stone 2 here. So since I want to use all these incantations, I might as well put the Commoner's Garb to good use. Gives you 1 extra point of faith while it's equipped. Allowing you to use incantations. Catch Flame is going to be very useful here, as the misbegotten enemies are very weak to fire, along with the miners. Yeah, these things are called misbegotten, which is a kind of fucked up name because it implies they were born wrong. To me, they look kind of like the Birdmen from Earthdale. An explosive stone clump, nice. So there you go. If you want an easy way to farm explosive stone clumps, just do that. Damn it, I missed. Oh, I didn't stop and miss. I fell. Yeah, these miners are very weak to fire. Okay, that body there has some boluses, nice. I hate that whole animation where the dude is trying to cast magic and if it fails, he just sticks the magic tool out and then just like awkwardly scratches his head with it. Like on one hand it's funny, but on the other hand, if you're stuck in that animation in the middle of combat, it's not going to work out well for you. Sadly though, there aren't as many stone clumps here as there are in the Grey Funnel. So, just be mindful of that. Either way, catch flame is pretty useful. Exalted flesh. Smithing stone. Always a good find. Somber smithing stone, another good find. Even though the Misbegotten are born outside of grace, quote unquote, let's see what kind of damage I can do with the Holy Water Urn if I'm decent damage. Okay. Area leaf. Oh, got the Misbegotten short bow off of that one. Good find. Ah, here's another marksman. Hitting him with any attack while he's airborne, whether that be a projectile or just a normal attack, will stun him. Use that to your advantage. Thankfully, charging attacks that are done at full force don't bounce off the miners. Doesn't bounce off their ossified skin, so that's useful. Now then, some soft cotton here that can be used to break your fall. I believe there is also some soft cotton on the ruins at Farum Azula, or the ruins at the Bastille Sanctum. Anyway, the boss here is not really that much harder than anything else you would find. My advice for this guy... the Scaly Misbegotten, just use, one of the red mains to break his guard and then go in for a critical. And from this bastard you get the Rusted Anchor. It's a pickaxe, along with being home to one exponentially greedy crab. Could go over to those ruins boss there, but I'll save that for another time. I think I'm going to terminate the stream now. I'm stubborn though, so I'm going to see if I can't get that imp head. I'm so glad I gave myself a ton of those. Okay. Okay, that way. Pressing the coin sling work basically functions like fireball slash large fireball from Dark Souls. Okay. Dead. Nothing. Okay. And nothing. Oh well. So next time I might as well finish up the Weeping Peninsula. Not that much more to clear up. Just, a catacomb. And catacomb, there's like two like small settlements here, one in ruins and one in a town. And the castle. So that'll be it for this time. I'm going to terminate the stream now, and anyone watching this on YouTube, if you enjoyed this, by all means leave a like, and if you did not enjoy it, by all means leave a dislike, and if you did not like it, then leave a comment explaining why. Feedback like that will help me improve. So until next time, I hope you have a good day. Time for the end card.